Alright, so I just wanted to make a video talking about blocking out for sculpting. I haven't done it too many times, so I'm not super familiar with it, but I have a pretty good idea of how it works. So I know a lot of the times people will just take a cube straight up, they'll go subdivision surface, uh, let's go, 2. And let's just apply that. I need to be in object mode. Alright, so let's hit A, drag this up. So I'm gonna just try and do like a quick block out to give you guys an idea and just walk you through how I'm doing it. So I'm gonna go straight into sculpt and you can just straight up remesh this and start working with it. There's really nothing wrong with that at all. You can get rid of that blocky shape immediately. Let's go to the y-axis so that I'm doing this the right way. Alright, so let's get a rough head shape going. My brush is way too huge. Okay, let's call that a decent head for now. So we're gonna go into object mode and this is kind of where we start our blocking out. So let's grab a cylinder. This is gonna be our neck. Bring it straight up and bring it over. Let's hit rotate on the x-axis. Let's size it down a little bit more. Bring it in. I think we've got a little bit too much tip on that, so bring that in. That's not too bad. Maybe let's go into edit mode and bring the neck down even more. Okay, I can live with that. And I think I'm just going to remesh as I go because I prefer that look. So let's remesh this and just smoothen it out because I'm just not a fan of the low poly look. And I can just mess with the mesh however I want. Like if I wanted to go back to the head, let's go back to object mode, make sure that I have my head selected. I can kind of pull the head around the neck. But let's go ahead and add another cube. Do another subdivision surface on it. Let's do 2. Apply. Bring it back. This one I will actually wait to remesh. All I did right there was just enable my symmetry. Nothing crazy. Let's actually move this up into my neck. Cause I feel like my neck does look huge. Make our brush smaller, thin everything out a little bit. And once I get Once I get a shape of the torso that I like, I'm gonna just go ahead and straight remesh it. Okay, so I think I'm cool with that. Let's remesh. Boom. Maybe pull this out. You know what? No, I'm gonna add shoulders, so I'm not even gonna worry about doing that. Alright, let's do some legs real quick. Object mode. Let's add another cube. This is literally just gonna keep being that same, the same thing, the same process. We're gonna subdivide. This time, because we're doing legs, I'm gonna add a mirror. Just because I want everything to be symmetrical. I don't want to have one leg or one arm looking different than the other. So we're gonna size down, and then move over on the x-axis, move up, move over again just to be where we need to be. Go into sculpt, and pull down. That's not even bad. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm in object mode. I'm gonna hit Shift D, which is gonna duplicate, and then let's go into edit mode, and let's size this down a little bit because I don't want my lower legs to have the same thickness. And then let's go back into sculpt. Drag this down. I think I'm gonna leave these legs a little bit more forward. Um, but this is kind of the thing that I wanted to show you guys, mostly. Let me just remesh these legs real quick. Smoothing everything out. Okay, let's do the lower legs as well. Not even in sculpt mode. Alright, so smoothing these out. Alright, so I'm gonna add some knees. I kinda wanna make these transitions a little bit better. Why did I add a plane? That was silly. Cube, subdivision surface, apply, modifier, or mirror. Size down, go into edit mode. Alright, so like I said, I haven't done this very many times. I thought this was super awesome. So let's go into sculpt mode and let's just immediately remesh this, smoothen it out, and let's just start pulling up. I thought that looked super awesome. Kind of already getting this transition in. So let's do it for the back side of the knees as well. Let's add another cube, subdivision surface, bam, mirror, size down, and then bring it to the back side. Let's size down a little bit more and actually get in the right place. Sculpt mode, remesh, you guys kind of already know the deal here. Let's drag this down. Let's drag this up. And then I want more of an indent here, so let's make this look a little bit better. I don't really know a whole lot about muscle groups. I'm just kind of going about what I think looks good to me. Ah, that looks just a little silly. Let's try to hide a little bit more of this up here. Okay, that definitely looks better. I think if my calves were a little bit bulked out, it wouldn't look so awkward. But let's let's try and do a butt real quick. Since we're only 11 minutes on time, that's not even bad. Let's do another mirror. I think this in 11 minutes is already pretty nice. So let's go into edit mode. I am just a little bit worried about how this butt is gonna look. Man, we are caked up right now, not gonna lie. That's a little bit better. Alright, so let's go into sculpts. Smoothen this out. Drag down. So eventually we'll end up merging all these together and getting rid of all of these crease lines. We won't be doing that in this video, but if you were following along with us and kind of doing your own mesh, um, at the end of your whole process, that's what you would end up doing. You would end up merging all of these together and then going back into your sculpt mode and kind of trying to make everything look the way that you want it. I'm not gonna lie, that turned out way better than I thought. Just for, being quick. And if I want to go back to object mode and go to my legs, let's go into sculpt. Let's try and bring these together. Go into this guy. Maybe I'm making it look a little bit silly. Yeah, I think I am kind of making it look a little silly. But yeah, honestly, um, I'll let this video go for 20 minutes. I'll try to do some quick arms real quick. I'll try and do some arms and see if we can do them pretty fast. Just 'cause I don't want to take up too much time. I wasn't even planning on this video going past 15 minutes. But I will be honest, I'm having a bit more fun than I thought I would doing this. So, let's just go straight into sculpt mode. Let's remesh this bad boy. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm just gonna already straight up start manipulating this. Kind of putting stuff where I want it to be. Alright, let's add some cylinders in here. Cylinders, obviously we're not gonna subdivide those. You could subdivide them if you wanted to. I'm not going to. We just want to make sure that we have a mirror modifier. So let's go ahead and size this down. Go into edit mode. I think it looks better when you rotate the arms. Uh, you rotate them kind of like diagonally instead of making a T-pose. But for this video, I'm gonna do a T-pose. Rotate on the Y 90. And let's bring him in. Alright, let's grab just this face, size it down just a little bit. Let's even move it up. Move this one out, size it down, and you know what? Let's go ahead and just remesh this. Why not? Smooth it out. So I want my shoulder actually to be. I want my shoulder to be covering this seam. So I'm gonna grab my shoulder real quick, and let's just go straight over this. Even though I said earlier that, we're gonna be merging this, for right now, I want this shoulder to be over the seam. Okay, let's go back to object mode. Let's do this again. Add another cylinder. Add a mirror. What time are we at? 17 minutes. Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about doing hands. Um, Rotate Y 90. Go into edit mode. Rotate. Ah, you son of a gun. Alright, there we go. Rotate y-axis 90. Size it down. Realistically, you probably could just duplicate that bicep. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm just gonna use G and move it where I want it. I don't ever do that though. I hardly ever have luck doing that. Alright, extend this out, make it smaller. That does look kind of funny. Alright, let's go straight into sculpts, remesh this. Boom. Ooh, ooh. I don't. We're gonna undo that a little bit. I'm gonna remesh it a little bit lower because I don't like how much I was taking away. Okay, so what I did for the shoulder right here, I'm also gonna do for the bicep. I want the bicep to kind of overlap the forearm. So we still have a little seam here, and that's okay. But I'd rather have the seam over the forearm. let's go ahead and add an elbow real quick just to kind of show you guys a little bit more detail that you can do here. Alright. Shit, we're already at 20 minutes. Gall darn, that happened fast. So, same deal. Subdivision surface. Bam, apply, mirror. Let's go all the way up. Edit mode. Size it down. And let's move her over. Alright, I promise this is the last thing that I do here, because I don't want this video to be over 30 minutes. Alright, let's go into sculpt mode. Remesh. Smoothing this sucker out. And honestly, I feel like I don't even really need to do a whole lot right here. I'm gonna drag it out anyways. Yeah. And I mean, if you wanted to, you could do this. Man, I said this was gonna be the last thing, and I just keep wanting to do more and more. Alright, this is really the last thing, swear. So you can do this like for biceps and stuff too. So let's do this last thing. This is really the last thing. Mirror it all the way up, size down, edit mode. Okay, size down, move it up. I don't want no massive guns. But yeah, and you don't even have to remesh to do that, you know? I literally just moved this just using the size tool. But let's go ahead and remesh it, smoothen this bad boy out. Obviously nobody's bicep is like this, so we need to extend this down, extend this back. And I really doubt that somebody's bicep extends out that far, or at least the average person. And then, there's a tricep back here, but we're not even going to worry about that because this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Honestly, I've kind of learned a little bit myself on this video, but like I said, hopefully you guys learned something here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.